Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from my brand Pampered Polishes. So today we are looking at two collections. The first one is the Wally collection that is going on sale on June 8th. And then we'll also be taking a look at the Oopsie Daisies collection that just released last week as well. So the Oopsie Daisy collection was in collaboration with Nude Nails Nicole. She's on Instagram. She is just the sweetest of the sweet person in the world. And she had requested these polishes. Now they didn't come out how I had envisioned, so they are marked way low comparatively to the other new polishes that come out on my site. So those are actively on there, and then the Wally collection will be on there on the 8th. The Oopsie Daisy collection, I just feel like I have to say they are good polishes, which is why I do still intend on selling them. But they are just not what I had pictured, so I feel weird selling them at full price. All that being said, if something sells out through either collection, nothing will be restocked. In the description box, I will link my site, I will link my business Instagram page, I will link my swatching Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video, and then I will also link Nude Nails Nicole's Instagram page if you're interested in giving her a follow. So without further ado, we have 12 polishes in today's video, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Axiom, and this one is a mauve colored Crelly with a scattered hollow, and this also has gold, bronze, and blue flakes. This is pretty opaque here on this first coat, not 100% there, so I am going to go in for 2, but I do think it has a good smooth formula to work with. It is going to dry relatively glossy all on its own. I do still recommend a top coat. It'll protect your manicure and help it last as long as possible, but nothing in here is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, so there are 2 coats of Axiom. Up next we have Eve, and this is a soft white Crelly with a strong blue shimmer and black and blue flakes. I did make this one a little bit more sheer than my typical white Crelly. I wanted this one to be more soft than a stark white, so that's why it's a little bit more sheer. I did do 3 coats to build this one up to full coverage. The flakes that are in here are larger than the flakes that are in the previous polish, so this one will probably dry with some texture. Just a regular top coat will smooth it out, but nothing is going to be difficult to remove in this one either. Also, all these flakes come out very easily from the bottle, and they do spread out easily across the nail as well. So there are 3 coats of Eve. Next up we have his cube, and this one is a clear base glitter bomb, and this has a mix of red, green, yellow, blue, white, and orange glitter as well as flakes, so all of the colors that you would find on a Rubik's Cube. I'm going to show you what 2 coats of this looks like on its own, as well as 1 coat over this kind of watermelon color that I just got from Zoya. I do love this on its own. It's very sparkly, full of glitter, and they all spread out again very easily across the nail. I do think I prefer this one on its own than as a topper, but this is glitter, so it is going to dry with some texture, maybe a thicker top coat or a glitter smoother to finish this one off. And since there is a bunch of glitter, it's also going to be difficult to remove, but there are 1 and 2 coats. Up next we have New Life, and this one is an olive green Crelly. I will say that my husband, whenever I was making this collection, he was like, "Oh wow, are you already working on a winter or a fall collection?" And I said, "No, this is a summer collection, but it is a fall palette." Like I said, this is a Crelly, so it's not overly opaque there on the first coat. I did get full coverage in 2 coats. Depending on your application, you might want to go in for 3, but this is not a Crelly that you would want to wear sheer, so just full coverage in 2 to 3 coats, and it will dry glossy, so there are 2. Next up we have Plenty of Space Out in Space. This is a blackened plum base, and it does have a purple to pink to green Aurora shimmer. This is such a blackened base that in a lot of lighting it is going to look black, but in some lighting it does look purple, so therefore I am calling it a blackened plum so I don't get any questions about why there is purple in a black base. I got full coverage in 2 coats. I could see needing 3 on this one if you work super thin. You will want some top coat. It does dry on the dull-ish side and removal's easy, so there are 2 coats. Lastly, from this collection, we have Wally, and this one is a mustard colored Crelly, and this has silver and black flakes. I think the formula on this is good. It's a nice even coverage here on this first coat. It did build up to full coverage for me in 2, but once again, depending on your application and your preferences, you might end up wanting to go in for 3. We're back to these larger size flakes, so some of them again can dry with a texture, but they don't perform like a glitter where they're going to be difficult to remove. So there are 2 coats of Wally. Moving on to the Oopsie Daisy collection, here we have Dangit, and this one is a rose-colored Crelly, and it's got a variety of orange and white glitter. This is pretty opaque here on this first coat, not totally opaque. I think if you wanted to wear it as a 1-coater, you definitely could. I am working in thin coats with these because they are a little bit more opaque for my taste for having glitter. So I'm trying to work thinner on these, but I did get full coverage in 2 coats. It is glitter, so it will dry with some texture. You'll want a top coat, and removal will take some scrubbing, but there are 2 coats of Dangit. Next up we have Fiddlesticks, and this one is a beige colored Crelly, and it does have a variety of yellow and white glitter. Same as the last one, just in a different base color. Pretty opaque here on this first coat. I got full coverage again in 2. You get a good amount of glitter out with each coat, but since they are on the more opaque side, you don't get to see much of the glitter underneath if you work in thicker coats, so I do recommend working in thinner coats. You'll want some top coat to smooth it out, and removal requires some scrubbing, so there are 2. Up next we have Oopsie Daisy, and this is a khaki colored Crelly, and then it does have a variety of green and white glitter. This one also has the same formula, just in a green glitter variety. This one did seem a little bit more sheer, so I was able to make out more of the glitter in this polish, and I believe the remainder of the polishes in this collection. Once again, I got full coverage in 2 coats. Once again, you'll want top coat to smooth everything out, and once again, removal does require some scrubbing. Up next we have Phooey, and this one is a tan colored Crelly with a variety of blue and white glitter. If you see the pattern here, they all have white glitter in a different neutrally colored base. All have the white glitter and all have a different accenting glitter. But once again, pretty opaque here on this first coat, full coverage in 2 coats. You get a good amount of glitter out, and I didn't do any kind of manipulating. You could do some fishing for extra glitter, but I do like the amount of glitter that's in here. So there are 2 coats of Phooey. Up next we have Uh-Oh, and this one is a camel colored Crelly with a variety of pink and white glitter. So once again, pretty opaque here on this first coat, good amount of glitter out. Again, I do recommend working in thinner coats just so you can see through to the previous coat to see the extra glitter that's underneath instead of it just being hidden by a more opaque base. You will want top coat to smooth everything out, add some shine back to this, and hide the texture that this glitter can create, and removal does require scrubbing. And lastly for today we have Whoops, and this one is a grayish colored Crelly, and then it does have black and white glitter. This one is probably my top pick of the collection, this or the one with the green glitter in it. I do just really like how the more bold colored glitters stand out against the nude base colors. But just like everything else in this collection, I got full coverage in 2 coats. It is glitter. You will want some top coat to hide the texture, and removal does require scrubbing. So here's a look at both of the collections. I obviously have 6 and 6, so I had to split up the middle row there between 2 and 2 from each collection. But the top row and the first half of the second row is part of the Oopsie Daisy collection, and then the whole bottom row and the second part of the middle row is the Wally collection. I am very happy with the color palettes across the board, and my husband, once he pointed out that this looked like fall, I can't get it out of my head, fall or winter, so I am a sucker for polish around that time of the year, so I do tend to gravitate towards that color story. But honestly, if you like creams, if you like glitters, if you like flakes, if you like shimmers, it's literally all here. So I am very happy with this array of polishes. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up. Let me know what your favorite was from each collection, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. I will talk to you again next time. Bye.